So you would see here, you would see that meron tayong plugin dito na options for synchronizing a specific point on the multi-camera sequence. Right now, we have input. As you can see here, yung project panel, you can customize this. The key kung sino pala ang panel. If you want to make this composition na mas malaki rin, you can press it and lalaki siya. Okay. Pwede rin na kapag dito kayo sa timeline, gusto nyo palakihin siya, pwede nyo palakihin siya. A way for you to maximize your space. Okay?
Binabanggit. Pero pag you go to select, then kung may pinili sky, pwede nyo gawin yan. Or, you use the sky replacement feature, which is located here. Edit on sky replacement. Ito siya.
Select this. Create multi-camera source. Okay? So pag click nyo yan, so you would see here, you would see that meron tayong plugin dito na options for synchronizing specific point on the multi-camera sequence. Right now, we have input. As you can see here, yung project panel, you can customize this. The key kung sino pala ang panel. If you want to make this composition na mas malaki rin, you can press it and lalaki siya. Okay. Pwede rin na kapag dito kayo sa timeline, gusto nyo palakihin siya, pwede nyo palakihin siya. A way for you to maximize your space. Okay?
Hi everyone. Good evening to all of you who have been patiently waiting for this episode, which is episode 13. Kumusta po? How are you all doing? And I hope you're all good. I'm all good as well. I just have to move another schedule for this because I've been doing a lot of like ideation for the following episodes, and I think I'm going to have also a new thing to announce here in this 13th episode. I'm going to give magkakaroon ako ng giveaway. I'm going to give something for our attendees, which is this book. this book. I'm going to give this away if you share this feed, this session on your social media. Kailangan nakashare siya. It needs to be shared on your social media with the hashtag CNA raffle. Okay? Hashtag CNA raffle. Okay, I'm just going to make myself bigger. Ayan. So I'm going to give away this book by Lucy Werner and Hadrian Chatelet. This one is a book from the Adobe Express Ambassadors program. If you want to join, you can definitely just share this uh, live webinar in your Facebook wall and input the hashtag CNA raffle. I'm going to give you time. Share this, and then we're going to draw our winner live in this session. Okay? Live draw. I'm going to ship this book to you. Okay? Philippines lang. Philippines. Only for the Philippines. Okay? Only for our Philippine viewers. Again, we're going to raffle this. Comment hashtag CNA raffle in our chat box and share this video for you to get the chance to be raffled. Okay? Can anyone hear me on the chat box? Another thing is that you need to give permission to StreamYard so I can see your name on the comments. Okay? Anyone? Okay. Sige. Let's start with a recap of our yesterday's session, which is episode 12. What we did in episode 12 is that we have explored other possibilities of using and design elements inside of the Adobe Express page, on which we have created this photo section. We have also created this caption, this hyperlink or a clickable link. We have set a different style for the photo. Another thing is we have also used some textiles, textile, text styles inside of this block of text that we're going to promote for our web page, together with the H1, the H2, and a ordered or a bulleted list that we have created, together with a actionable button or a CTA, and then we have also embedded a YouTube video in this session. So yesterday I forgot to give the option for a Adobe Spark video. Okay? So right now we're going to put another video here which is using an Adobe Spark video. So if I click on video here, I'm just going to paste the link that I have created from this Adobe Express video. I'm just going to copy this, and then let's go to Adobe Express. Let's paste this URL and paste this, and then click save. Let's just wait for a while after this has been processed. And as you would see on the status, it's waiting for the actual video to be uploaded. So if I click on preview, kapag ginawa ko yan, if I click on preview, you would see that on the last entry, you will have the Adobe Spark video that we have created from our previous project. If we go here, you would see that this is for my level 2 submission, and it also works. together with the audio. So let's close on that. Okay. So in this episode 13, we're going to give you more options on how does the photo grid and some of the photo elements, some of the settings, together with how can we manage the brands inside of Adobe Express to correct some of the issues when rendering from one logo to another, which is we're going to create another like setting for the web page itself. Okay? So that's what we're going to cover in this session. Let's go back here and let's close this preview. And then we close the preview. Let's click on plus button here. And let's go on photo grid. So let's click on that. Photo grids will enable you to add multiple photos. That is similar to creating a slideshow inside of your Express page. In my example, I'm just going to upload some of them here. So let's try a search for creativity or design photos from Adobe stock. As you would see, I can definitely like create and add the following photos in a grid by clicking on each and every available one. And let's check how can we manage this type of photo grids. Let's add like 3 more. This one and then this one. Okay. So we have like given 9 photos here, and each one of this inside of the photos is you can like swap it or replace it. You can just make this larger if you want to give emphasis on that type of photo. Let's click on this. So as you would see, this one is a bit more larger, and this is actually fitting our grid. So if you want to give more emphasis on this photo, let's click on that and let's click on large photo. This will automatically like realign itself to create something like this type of design in your Express page. Okay. So the next one would be if I want to reorder this, because some of you might be like, let's just drag it. Let's just drag the photo and let's click on this type of controls inside of each photo. Let's click this as move backward. So if I want, I could just make this like the first one, but there is no option to move it on the first selection. So you actually have to do it manually. Let's click on this. And this is all the options that you can get when you're doing a photo grid. You can also like delete some of them. Let's click on this one and let's click on delete. And as you would see, this will automatically align on the grid itself, regardless that if you have like odd or even photos you have included in this design decision. Let's click on save. So as you would see, if we also check again the page that we're creating after the videos, we have the following photo grid here, on which you can also add photos or a caption for the photos. Um, Photos relating to creativity. Let's add a direction. Click here. Click each to show in large or in slideshow mode. Okay. So let's click on like preview so we could definitely see what's happening here. So if I click on preview, again, this will enable you to load the project, but right now we're going to fix this. So let's click on the first one. And as you would see, this will enlarge itself and will create like a slideshow presentation. Let's click on the next icon, next button. So you can definitely enjoy viewing photos inside of Adobe Express especially if you're doing use cases such as portfolios, student portfolios, your portfolio, or any showcase case studies that you want. So that's how easy it is. You can also like edit this after the fact. So let's click on this one. Okay, let's close on the preview, and then let's edit this one. If I click on this, this will enable me to add more photos. Let's click on this one. Let's click on edit grid. So if, for example, if I want, I could just upload a new photo here. Let's say I'm going to have an event later at 1 a.m., which is this one. Let's add on this. You would see that I already have this after I've uploaded lots and lots of photos. And I would also like to give some notifications on this. I'm going to have, again, a session for the Tech Tuesday with the Community Experts program in Adobe. It's an exclusive one, which is going to happen at 1 a.m. here in the 1 a.m. here in the Philippines. So I'm just going to catch some disease or some sleep later to make me do this on a prime like condition. Let's click on save. Before anything else, I've said that we're going to have the next one, which is Glideshow. So what's the difference between a photo grid and a Glideshow? Let's find out. Let's click on Glideshow here, and it looks very similar to the photo grid, but the only difference is that it's how they have set the elements and how they interact, or what are the placement. Let's do this. For example, let's click on this. So we have this photo, and let's continue this type of like scenes. Let's click on this, and then let's click on this one. So we have like a unified look on this design that we're going to try on the glide show. Let's click on save. And the only difference is that, as you would see, this is occupying almost all of the screen estate inside of your page. Okay, so let's click on this. And as you would see, I can insert a photo, text, a button, or even a video inside of a glide show per glide show. Ibig sabihin, 1 minute, 1 minute, one photo, you can edit and also add more like photo, text, button, and a video. So let's click on photo here. So we could just demonstrate how does this work. Let's click on this one. You can add one. You can add above. Let's click on that. Let's click on text. Let's try to type in ideas are great for telling stories that captures the imagination. Let's try this. Imagination, if I can spell right. So we have the text, we have the photo, we can add like a caption here. Use your notebook to sketch out your ideas. Let's click on the plus button here, and then let's add like I'll say a button here. Let's add a button here on which you can you can put any type of element. For example, if I want, I could just like, input like go to our YouTube channel. YouTube channel. I'm just going to type it here. Let's say www.youtube.com/Creative Nation Academy. And then let's align this on the center and then click save. As you would see, we have created the text option, the photo option, the button option, and then let's add the video. Okay, so let's just paste the other one that we have created. Let's click on save again, and this will render out. And as you would see, it offers a lot of possibilities when you're trying to create something like this. So after one glide show, this will transition into this type of like parallax effect. So if I just drag here or scroll down, you would see something similar to this type of like a very interactive environment. Okay, so this works similar as we did before. You can just add more photos, you can add more text, you can add more buttons and videos to highlight anything that you want to give emphasis on. So let's go back here and let's add a split layout, which is the first one that we have created on this web page. Okay, so everyone is doing great. I would like to check on our chat. How are you all doing? Thank you, Mom Charlene Bautista. Thank you for watching. Let's click on this split layout. Let's click on that. And as you would see, you can add an image here. Let's say, for example, this one. And again, you can just create more, like add more design elements here. For example, I want to add again the video. It's just the differences on the arrangement of the elements that we're trying to place. Okay. So we can also add again a text, you can add a photo to your heart's content. Okay. So that is almost all of the things that you can put inside of Adobe Express page. So we have just covered from episode 11 to episode 13, which is this one, all of the elements that you can use inside of Adobe Express web page or page. Okay. So some of the options that I'm trying to check is this themes. Again, you can easily switch from one theme to another, but you have to take note that you would like to remove some of your collaborators, but because it doesn't work if you have someone in the brand collaborators added. So if you have someone on that, you need to remove them for you to change the type of custom web page that you want to implement or want to switch from one brand to another. So let's click on this one. Let's try this vintage type of theme, which is built into Adobe Express. So if I click on that, this will enable me to change my theme. And if I go on the first one, it has already changed my typography, some of the colors, and some of my captions. Oh no, not my caption. Yes, this one. Some of the header elements, even the buttons itself, how it appears. So if you want, you can easily like change the brand settings by doing this type of procedure. If you go to Adobe Express and then you have to click on brands. So right now I'm in the brands section and you have to choose and click on manage brand. After you did click on the manage brand, this page will present to you. It will be presented to you. And this one will enable you to like change the settings for the brand services. So in my example, like I have this like header and footer. I click on that. This will enable me to edit the actual appearance of the web page when I'm trying to view it. Okay, so let's try this. Let's go to logos. You would see that I can like switch from one logo to another. Let's make this black. We can also, if we want, we can also like change this to white if we want. If you go to the footer section, you can just make this like black, as you would see here, or you can go back to the one the actual normal photo of our logo. Let's click on the white one. Probably like let's go to the header and make this black, so this will like, really stand out. Okay, so that's how you set the web page settings for the header and footer. Let's go to the our call to action, which is the button itself. Okay, so where can we see the button? This one is the button itself. You can enable and disable it by just clicking on the toggle menu. Let's click on that toggle button, and let's type a text so we could see how this would behave. Join CNA Everyday. Put a link on this. For example, let's add the actual like where is that web page? Let's add the link for you to watch the video. Oh, not this one. I'm just going to open the YouTube channel for this Nation Academy. So we could just test this later on, or we can just copy and paste this. For example, let's click on the link itself. Let's paste this, and let's change the actual like shape of the button. For example, we want like rounded corners or rounded buttons. You can definitely do that. You can check on the this one is already good. Call to action. Let's click on social. You can easily like add your social channels by which is going to be here. So for example, if I add this here, let's click on the Facebook account, Creative Nation Academy. Go to Twitter, which is what is my Twitter? I forgot. Twitter.com. Let's try and check. Okay. So this is my Twitter, which is the actual CNA account. Let's add like okay, this one is good. HTTPS. And let's go for Instagram. Let's check on my Instagram for this, which is the CNA Instagram. So we could just simulate what is Instagram.com. Okay. Just going to check for my Instagram address. Again, patience. Let's click on profile so I could check. Okay, so my Instagram is this one. Unfortunately, you can only add like 3 of them on your settings for this. So we have like covered the social. Let's go to the background. If I click on that, I can easily like change this into, let's say, this dark purple. Okay, let's click on that. And then all of this, we need to click on done. So when that happens, if I go back to my, let's say, my Express page, let's just refresh this one to make sure that we are doing it properly. You would see that upon preview of this Adobe Express page, it will definitely apply the changes that we have created. Let's wait for a while. Good evening, Sir Alex Javier Alvarez. Alvarez, am I correct? Okay. Hi there. Hi Alex. Good evening to you. It's a bit late right now because I'm doing CNA every day for the 6 p.m. So let's try to preview this. And I hope this will work much more faster. Okay, let's try and see what's going to happen when we have like implemented our brand. Okay. It might take a while because I think it's still synchronizing. Let's click on this. Let's try to find like what am I doing? Okay, so this is the actual like link of the Express video page. Let's close on that. And tomorrow, I'm going to focus on the Adobe Express video. If you want to create like videos for your easily made videos using Adobe Express, you can definitely check our following episodes. It's going to be also a three-part CNA Everyday episode covering just making videos inside of Adobe Express. Okay, so let's go back here. And as you would see, if I like click on preview, oh, this one doesn't render that normal logo. Okay, so as you would see, I have like properly implemented the logo here. This one is already black. You can just definitely click on join CNA Everyday. On the button itself, this will jump to our YouTube channel for you to view all of our videos. So that is good. Let's click on again. If you want to share this with someone, let's go here and publish and share link. So let's talk about how can we publish this web page that you can share with anyone, almost anyone, your colleagues, your friends, your fellow educators. Let's click on that. And let's just wait for a bit as we render out this. So the following options is available. You can just click on this so you could share this on Facebook, Twitter. If you have like Google Classroom, you can just click on this so you could just publish this to your Google Classroom environment and say it to your students that you need to create something like this. Okay. Also with Microsoft Teams, you can definitely like integrate this to your current workflow as an educator or anyone who's using Adobe, the Microsoft Teams. You can definitely like send this via email. If you click on that, this will open your default email software. Or if you have like a LMS, for example, Canvas, Moodle, what types of LMS, you can easily like click embed and just copy this type of code and embed this to your LMS. That's how easy it is. If I click on publish options, let's click on that. This will enable you to give more descriptions on the type of details I want to give with your Express page. As you would see here, this is the title for the web page, CNA Everyday. If you can disable the author's name if you want, you can put another like category here. You can also like make your web page private if you want. You can just click here or click on save and update link, or let's just click on this and return to link, or you just close this. Okay. So that covers almost everything inside of Adobe Express page. And how you can customize, add more designs, add more elements to make your storytelling much more faster, much more efficient, and also like create a collection of your design elements into one page that you can definitely just share. So if I could just like publish and share this again, so I could just share this with all of you, I'm just going to copy and then paste this into our chat box. So this will enable you to check out this work. Okay, let's close on this. And then I'm just going to plug some, or I'm just going to announce some of the events that we're going to have in the following, so specifically the changes that we have been doing in our CNA Everyday. We're going to have changes on our like November session. This was scheduled for tomorrow, but this will be rescheduled and to be announced in later time. So if you want, you can just register now for these types of events, so we can give you like updates each and every time that we have new sessions. The next one would be another session for Adobe Express, which is focusing for educators, which is the Design Passer series, together with my CNA trainer, Jemary Bocalbos. And last but not the least, we have our guest trainer for Adobe Animate for educators, Sir Ronel Pabico, that will be covering this session. Okay, so let's close on this. Again, thank you for watching this episode. I hope to see your designs in Adobe Express page. And the sad thing is, no one entered for the raffle. Going once, going twice, no one, no one. Okay, no one entered the raffle. Going once, going twice. This one is going to be out. Okay. I was looking forward for someone to give this on a live webinar, but okay. Let's just try this on another session. Probably some of you are not interested with the book, but I'll try to give a much more high value gift or raffle item in the next one. Okay. So again, see you tomorrow for episode 14. And I'm just going to give some announcements on my Facebook page, on our Creative Nation Academy Facebook page again, for some changes, if there's any changes at all. And I hope to see you on the next one. Stay safe, God bless, and let's just keep creating lots and lots of great designs. See you again next time. Bye.